Downtown Jefferson City pub crawl and the Super Bowl this weekend. Bars in the capital city could be packed.
Police constantly crack down on drunk driving and urge people to get sober rides home. Whether it's a cab, a friend, or an Uber, you have options. But tonight in a KRCG 13 special report, Kaylee Peterson tells us hundreds in the capital city say they can't find a safe ride home when they need it. We questioned city leaders, police, bar-goers, and bar managers to find out why in this special report.
I think that people need more choices in general for transportation in Jefferson City.
The city only has one cab company and makes it difficult for ride-sharing services such as Uber or Lyft to provide services. At least 100 Jefferson City riders sounded off on Facebook, saying it's a problem. They say it adds to what can sometimes already be long wait times.
I've used them before. I don't use them frequently. Part of the reason that is just because it takes so long when other people are trying to get cabs and they only have 5 or 6 or 7 cabs running.
The city's lone cab company owner would not talk to us on camera, but says in a statement, "We schedule drivers to target a 20-minute wait time. In cases of unusual high demand, we call in additional drivers. Problem is, it takes 30 minutes to get a driver on the road. Any complaints that come to our attention are investigated and dealt with as needed. Our computer dispatch system logs call time, dispatch time, pickup time, and drop-off time. We wanted to put the wait times to the test." I called a cab outside of a bar here in downtown Jefferson City. The cab arrived within 6.5 minutes. Bar managers, Uber, and the Jefferson City Police Department say the more options available to help get you home safely, the better. Riders still say on other, more busy nights, the wait is still longer.
You'll call a cab and they'll say 20 minutes and 20 minutes goes by and next thing you know it's 40 and you'll call them and they'll be like, yeah, they're on their way, and then an hour and a half goes by and then you found a different ride, but they never showed up.
I asked Jefferson City Mayor Carrie Turgeon how responsible the city is for making sure people have enough options to get home safely.
We're responsible to look at our current regulations and make sure that we are able to open that up for some of this new technology that's out there, such as companies like Uber and what they offer, because it's really a supply and demand thing. And when the consumer is really looking for these kind of options and there are companies out there that provide it, we need to find that right fit in our community and figure out how we can incorporate that into Jefferson City.
In order to get a taxi cab or chauffeur business license, a business is required to complete a license application, pay an initial $200 fee, plus they pay renewal fees, provide an insurance certificate, and pass a criminal background check. Ride for hire businesses are required to operate 24 hours a day. Turgeon says that makes it hard for other companies to establish a business in the capital city. Leaders in the community say Uber, Lyft, and other ride-sharing services would be a positive addition after a trial run on the governor's inauguration day.
When they come to a capital city, they expect a service like that. So I think it makes sense that we look at that and see how we can utilize bringing that service here on a permanent basis. And then also the dynamic of working with our current taxi service so that we can keep that all successful.
A lot of people are very supportive of the opportunity for people to drive and for people to just utilize the services.
Local bars participate in the Safe Ride Home program with the local cab company, but say sometimes it's not worth the wait.
I love the cab company and that's always my first call, but if I'm going to wait 45 minutes for a cab, then I might want to call an Uber just so I don't drive drunk. And that's pretty much what I want to focus to everybody.
Uber says when people can get an affordable, reliable ride, they are more likely to make the smart decision not to drink and drive. Turgeon recognizes the option of ride-sharing services could help with getting people home safely.
I think there is a responsibility for the city to at least explore the option, and I feel very certain we could come up with an option that would be favorable to bring in these services.
In Jefferson City, Kaylee Peterson, KRCG 13.
Uber has been the center of a nationwide controversy over the lack of background checks and concerns over public safety. The service launched in several cities, including Columbia, without getting prior approval. Now, Columbia is the only mid-Missouri city where Uber operates. The Jefferson City Public Safety Committee met last week to discuss ride-sharing services. At that meeting, the committee agreed to draft an ordinance to be heard at the council's February 20th meeting.
Now, Checkers cab owner Tom Landwehr says Since our promotional video for this story aired, he has received several concerned calls from customers, and we want to be clear that our intent when promoting this story was not to target Checker Cab or its operations as being a problem, rather to identify the problem that the community faces in dealing with demand for rides home. One Mid-Missouri prosecutor says he cannot afford